In this video, we're looking at a huge severe weather outbreak early next week from Monday to Tuesday across the upper Midwest, which once again has the potential for strong tornadoes, damaging winds, and hail. We're going to start off with today's severe weather threat. We have an enhanced risk for severe weather here across eastern New Mexico in the panhandle of Texas. This is a tornado and driven hail threat today throughout some of those storms here. Around late April, you typically see these types of setups here around the panhandle of Texas that do bring these strong tornado setups and very large hail setups as well. You do have a small area of a 10% hatched risk for tornadoes, so significant tornadoes, which are EF2 to EF5 tornadoes, are possible today. And then again, throughout that 5% and 2% risks, once again, you have that potential for tornadoes. So if you're in any of that tornado risk, you need to be hyper weather aware today. We do have that small chance for damaging winds. Again, not going to be one of those main threats. Looking at hail, you can see we have a significant risk, a widespread area for significant hail. That 30% chance, you're seeing that bigger risk for that hail. And the Storm Prediction Center even saying large to giant hail being probable with some of those more intense supercells. Looking at Sunday's risk for Saturday right now, we only have a small area of a marginal risk. So pretty much no severe weather expected here on Saturday, but we do have a line of severe weather that goes all the way from Texas all the way up there to the Dakotas and Minnesota on Sunday. So that's small chance for severe weather, a slight risk in place across Nebraska for, again, some of those supercells across the Central Plains. It's late April, so we're starting to get into these more plains areas for severe weather. But look at the main event here. This is going to be for Monday. You could see a very large area for a 30% chance for severe weather. This is typically not the area you see severe weather here in April, but these severe weather seasons keep getting wilder and wilder. This area for significant severe storms is going from eastern Kansas through northern Missouri, pretty much including the entire state of Iowa, northwestern Illinois, western Wisconsin and central Wisconsin, southeastern Minnesota, and just a tad bit of southeastern Nebraska here. Once again, when you see these types of risks this far out, it means the Storm Prediction Center is very confident in a significant severe weather outbreak happening. This could be a tornado outbreak. This could be even a derecho. We're going to look at the models here in a second. But once again, 15% risk as well. Very, very widespread across the Midwest and Central Plains for Monday. Heading to Tuesday, this heads eastward or southeastward, where you're seeing all the way up here from Vermont down there into northern Texas, a very large risk for severe weather once again on Tuesday. Now, they do say strong tornadoes are possible for Monday. Much of the frontal zones should have sufficient shear to support multiple storm clusters and the potential for a few supercells, which pretty much means for Tuesday that tornado risk is going to be there as well across some of these areas on Tuesday as the storm system or this cold front heads southeastward with that instability coming from the Gulf of Mexico that produces an unstable environment which produces those storms. Now look at the GFS model. You can see we have a pretty strong low level jet for this system here. These isobars telling you that these winds are heading to the northeast. We also have those strong shear values as well on Monday. You can see upwards of 70 knots. So very strong shear values, very strong, a pretty strong low level jet, and those types of two mixtures typically go well for tornadoes. Most of that supercell composite on Monday, according to the GFS, is a little further south here in Iowa and northern Missouri. That low pressure being up here in Minnesota. That supercell threat looks to be further south. So that tornado threat will be down here in Iowa and Missouri, extending up northward because the tornado threat overall is going to be widespread across the system, but the stronger tornado threat, I believe, could be further south. And again, these areas like Iowa and Missouri. That energy helicity index is once again going to be stronger down here in Iowa, in Missouri, and western Illinois for Monday's threat. And we don't have much of a future radar right now because we're still a little far out. But if I do upload a video tomorrow, we will have some more high resolution data coming out for Monday's threat. And again, looking at those dew points here. So this is the moisture from the atmosphere coming up from the Gulf of Mexico. And this is as far northward I think we've seen moisture this year so far. As you're seeing, you're definitely going to be feel this up in Minnesota. You're going to feel that humidity here on Monday as you're seeing 60 dew points up here. And again, very moist conditions further south here. We're seeing near 70 dew points across Iowa and Missouri. And once again, this is where I believe the tornado threat is going to be, in Iowa and Missouri for Monday. And then again, that cold front is going to be diving southeast on Tuesday, where you'll see more severe storms across these areas Tuesday afternoon and evening. These storms will likely develop between 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. on Monday across some of these areas. And again, go throughout the afternoon and evening across Iowa, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma. We'll be seeing those storms throughout Monday afternoon. Throughout the overnight hours, these storms definitely will continue across areas of Missouri, Illinois from Monday into Tuesday. We're going to see more storms developing on Tuesday around, again, 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Across the cold front early Tuesday afternoon, and that'll be going throughout those more Ohio Valley states here. With a more damaging wind threat, tornado is still possible, but I believe it's going to be, that threat is going to be lower for tornadoes, and hail is only going to be possible on Tuesday. And this came out yesterday, where it's showing you the severe probability forecast through a model. This is the FV3 model, and this is showing you that we very well will be seeing significant severe weather here across those areas on Monday. And when you see this kind of far out, this is definitely warning you that we're going to see a big severe weather event here on Monday. So definitely get those severe weather plans in place, as again, we don't know a lot of information, but we're continuing to get information on Monday and Tuesday's threat. But definitely could be one of the bigger threats of the season once again. But so get prepared, stay up to date on the latest Storm Prediction Center outlooks. I probably will have a video out tomorrow. We have a tornado watch out today. So on April 25th, this is until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time across Texas and New Mexico. For these supercells that once again have that potential for tornadoes and very, very large hail, giant hail potential here for these areas in Texas and eastern New Mexico. If you did enjoy the video, hit that subscribe button down below, like the video, and share this video with anyone who wants the latest updates on the severe weather here happening in late April. But as always, I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.